Aloha, I'm Bobby Martel, the coordinator of the Alternative Certification for CTE Licensure Program here at Leeward Community College. 2 years ago, there was a concern within the state of Hawaii because there was no alternative pathway, or pathway for that matter, for people who were desiring to teach at the secondary level in CTE classrooms, and they had no approach to licensure. John Morton, our Vice President for Community Colleges, approached our Chancellor, Manny Cabral, and myself to ask that I would design a program with the help of my team to provide an alternative pathway to licensure for these people coming from industry who wished to teach in CTE secondary classrooms. It's been a 2-year process, a really great learning curve. We wrote our program self-studies to NCATE methodologies and to their specifications. We were approved by Hawaii Teacher Standards Board as now to be recognized as a state-approved teacher ed program for CTE. At this time, we are looking for people from industry, and we are using all kinds of our partnerships. We are working with the Department of Education, their CTE Pathways Coordinator, the State CTE Pathways Coordinator, as well as our statewide resource people for career and technical education to pass the word out, to really begin to recruit friends to come into this program where they have journeyman or licensure for their industry, and now we provide the pedagogy, the how to teach most effectively in their classrooms. Marketing is essential because these classrooms, these programs are looking to shut down. There is such a dire need in the state. So at this point, I am thrilled to be able to share what we are doing, how we are doing it, and we encourage alternative methodologies across the board. Aloha.
Hi everyone, my name is Erin Thompson-Liu and I'm the Program Counselor for the Alternative Certification Licensure Program. You just had a really good background and history on our Alternative Certification Program, and I'm here to tell you what your next steps are going to be. So the first thing you want to do is figure out, is this the program for you? And the way you know that is by deciding, do you want to teach in a CTE field like graphic arts or culinary arts or automotive technology or even business education? The next thing you want to ask yourself is, what education and experience do you have? We have 2 tracks that we're offering in this program. The first one is for those of you who have earned a bachelor's degree. If you have a bachelor's degree, then you'll only need 11 credits of our educational coursework to then be recommended for licensure. For those of you who have an associate's degree, then we would recommend that you do our Track 2. Track 2 is if you have an associate's degree in your CTE field plus 3 years of industry experience, then you'll be taking 17 credits of our education coursework. For those of you who have an associate degree, but it's not in a CTE field, so maybe it's an AA in liberal arts, then we would have you do 5 years of industry experience, and then again you would take 17 credits of our education coursework. At this point, if you say, hey, this is something I think I could do, now you're ready to apply. What you want to do is take your Praxis 1 exam first, even before you apply with us. The Praxis 1 is also known as the PPST, or the Pre-Professional Skills Test. It's basically a test that will test you on your reading, writing, and your math skills. For more information on this test, you can go to www.ets.org/Praxis. Once you have passing scores, you're going to want to apply to Leeward. You can go to our website to download an application, and our website is www.leeward.hawaii.edu. With that application, you're going to want to include a resume, your TB and MMR health clearances, a copy of your official college transcripts, a copy of your Praxis scores, and a copy of your industry license or any proof of your industry experience. Once you submit all of that, then we will be contacting you for a follow-up appointment to make sure you're on the right track for your academic plan. We look forward to seeing you. Aloha.
Hi, my name is Jeff Jett and I'm one of the AAT instructors. Now that our students are in the program, we wanted to make sure that we are producing the best quality teachers in the state of Hawaii. So to do that, we looked at INTAS standards and compared them with our local teaching standards. And it turned out, because of last year, they decided to adopt the INTAS standards. They were one of the same things, so that made our job a lot easier. So the 10 standards that now represent the Hawaii Teacher Standards Board, we took a look at the knowledge, skills, and dispositions, and we synthesized them into our own program standards, which we call CORE. And these 4 ideas represent the entire 10 standards, and it makes it a lot easier for us to understand and pass it on to our students. And those 4 standards of CORE are collaboration, orientation to students, relevancy, and effectiveness. And using those 4 core standards, then we were able to align those with our course student learning outcomes, so that we were making sure that we were representing all the INTAS standards in our courses. And after the course learning outcomes have been represented, we wanted to make sure that we were measuring those accurately with excellent assessments. So for every one of the course SLOs we have, we've developed rubrics that uses the language of the INTAS standards to make sure that we've made even further connections of our classes reaching what makes a great teacher. To systemize all this information, we developed a program, or using a program called TK20 at our school, which allows us to input actual scores based on the rubric that can then be used to measure overall each of the INTAS standards. In this way, all we need to do as instructors is enter that information, and then the TK20 will generate all the kind of needed information of how well we're doing in the program producing quality teachers. Thank you.
Aloha, I'm Coletta Silva, and I'm an instructor in the Alternative Certification Program. Once our candidates complete coursework, they're ready to go on to the practical application. With our practicum component, we have 2 semesters. The first semester focuses on mentoring and support. During this semester, the candidate meets with the faculty evaluator at least 5 times the semester, and they discuss issues such as classroom setup, management, teaching strategies, and other topics that come up as needed. The faculty evaluator conducts observations and takes notes, and then provides supportive feedback through a debrief meeting after the observation. The second semester of practicum focuses on evaluation of teaching practices. During the semester, the 5 observations are conducted along with a debrief and evaluation. And then there is a midterm and final evaluation form that's completed using the INTAS standards as the framework. At the culmination of the program and the 2 semesters of practicum, the student compiles a portfolio that is comprised of student work and rationales that show the student has met all of the 10 INTAS teaching standards.
The question becomes, what is our end goal with this program? Providing this opportunity that people who have wonderful industry experience can then have the tools for their trade or the tools for their tool belt in order to really have effective practices that they can bring in to the secondary CTE classrooms, so that we can ensure that these students will have programs that tap their interests, that place them workforce ready to go out into the field, and they will have effective practice to know how to link that theory of their CTE background with the practical applications. Therefore, workforce development is going to continue to thrive in the state of Hawaii, thanks to this alternative approach. We thank all of the people who've worked so hard to make this happen for us, and we will continue to work hard to make sure the program is the best it can be. Again, alternative pathways are terrific, and we are going to be part of that for a long time to come. Aloha.
The alternative certification gives me a license to continue to utilize the knowledge and experience that I've received for the past 25, 30 years in aviation, automotive, the automotive industry, heavy equipment operation, in order to continue working the job that I'm presently doing, and that's being a teacher, an industrial arts teacher in the automotive department in Hawaii. I can't ask for a better job. I can't ask for a better opportunity to get licensed, which would allow me to encourage students, which my students flock to my class. They literally flock to my class. I don't have enough seats for them. To explore the career opportunities in aviation, in the automotive industry.